So around my birthday, I felt the need to do this faster. But I always read this book. I always reread this book a number of times during the year. But my birthday is always pretty cool time, right? And because chapter 9 is such an inspiration to me, I went back uninterrupted, focused. For those of you that have difficulty with focus, uh, do you do understand that's a learned skill? Imagination is a learned skill. So when some people tell me, my mind keeps getting interrupted as I'm reading, great, discipline yourself. Ooh, people don't like that word. Discipline yourself and say, great, I got to start at the beginning. Watch how fast your mind wants to get away from reading. So if you start reading and get distracted, the first thing that you'll learn to do is get rid of the distractions. Do you guys actually believe that I can do my morning ritual with my watch on? No damn way. Impossible. So I get in an area where there's not a computer, not a phone, not a watch, right? I was talking about my connecting time, right? But when I'm reading the book, I also put myself where there's nothing around. People go, well, I'll read it while it's a PDF on my screen. Bullshit. It's impossible. I'm telling you, right? So how I discipline myself is as I'm reading it, when my mind wanders, I got to start over. And my mind knows, because I'm disciplined, that I'll do it over and start over. So then my mind starts to learn to focus. So I can complete the task. So now it can go off and do all this distraction stuff it loves to do. Have you guys ever forgot what day it was? How in the hell can you do that? Yesterday was that for me. I was in panic mode yesterday because I thought instead of the podcast that I did an AMA. So I was going to call Craig and Matt and say, you guys got to do the AMA because the NASCAR 500's on tomorrow. And then my mind went, that's Sunday. Oh, so I can do the AMA. I just want you guys to know that I'm pretty human. Some of you might not think I am, but I'm pretty human, right? And so the whole concept is, as I read chapter 9 again, the thing that really blew me away, and I talk about it a little bit in the podcast, is this whole concept that brought me back to where it always brings me back. And it's like, wait, did you forget that you're a miracle? Did you forget that you have a superpower? Do you forget that you're an imaginator? And when you stop doing these things and you forgot how unique you are and how much of a miracle you are, how fast you blame something other than yourself. I was like, damn, why every time I read this focus, it impacts me sometimes more than the first time I read it? Because we as human beings will allow everything else to get in the way other than focusing on how incredible unique we are, that we're a miracle, that we have help. Just connect to the help. And then it's easy in the world to get things that you want if you're just willing to go the extra mile.